What's going on, everyone? All right, we're gonna do this video on trip planning and how to book your loads and stuff like that. A few tips there, especially for the new guys. All right, what you want to do is when you pick your first load, do it by 50 mile an hour. Even though if you're in faster states, that gives you extra time in case something happens. So if you do a 300-mile trip, figure on 6 hours of driving time to get there, and add a little bit for if you're doing a drop and hook or live load, live unload, things like that. Just add a few hours. And if you do that, give yourself a cushion. Then you look for another load. So after that, so if you give yourself a couple hour cushion, if it's a drop and hook, that's 8 hours. So if you pick up at 8 in the morning, you should be done by 4:30 with your break in there. So you pick a load that you can pick up, right after that. That way, you have plenty of time and you're not booking the loads so tight. Because a lot of guys, they get in trouble like that. They'll book them real tight and something will happen. They'll get into traffic, things like that, and slow them down. And then they're not able to make that next pickup, and then it causes a whole, ripple effect of problems. So give yourself a few extra hours. There's plenty of loads, so there's no reason to stack them on top of each other so tight that you gotta run like your hair is on fire. You see a lot of these guys doing that, and I don't get it. They'll pass you. They're driving real fast, and you just don't have to do that to make the money. It's go slower, get the fuel mileage, because that's your biggest expense, drivers, is your fuel, right? Run down the road 70 mile an hour all day long, and you're going to spend more money if you'd have just done 62 to 64, and you get better fuel mileage, and you'll end up with more money, and you'll be less tired, less stressed, because the faster you go, the more stress you'll be under, because you're looking for police, you're doing this, you're doing that, and it's just a lot safer to take your time and kind of enjoy it. But anyway, okay, so you pick your next load and so forth. You go right on down the list and you keep picking your loads. Now, excuse me, a lot of these drivers will get upset, and you'll see it in the Facebook pages and all that, when they cancel a load on them, or they get to a place, a shipper or something, and the load's not ready, and it won't be ready, or it gets pushed out, and then they got to take the loads off them, all the rest of their loads off them. And a lot of guys stress out. Don't get stressed out. It's trucking, right? So you just get back on the load board and pick yourself some new loads. And for instance, I had to give back 3 loads the other day that got me to the house for Friday. Well, I had to give them back, and I just got online. I booked 3 more loads that got me back to the house. So, no big deal. Nothing hurt by that. And the money was about the same. So, I don't stress out about it. Doesn't bother me. I just get on there and I just find something else to do. So that's a few tips there, and a shout out to Trucker Who, TruckerWho, old Bob there. He is now an over-the-road driver. He joined our crew here. He works at Millis Transfer. And check his videos out. He shoots a lot of good video. He uses the dash cam. And so you'll see a lot of scenery on his channel, and he's showing his his route to get to over-the-road driver Class A position, because he was dump truck driving. And so for all the new guys that want to see what it's like to go through the process, check his channel out. He's got it from when he's in training all the way on up to when he got his truck. So check him out. And that'll be about it for now. Everybody have a safe time out there this weekend. You got 4th of July coming up. Maybe more people on the road. They won't be watching where they're going. So, you know, you be the professional and practice that defensive driving. You know, you might need it out there. All right, we'll talk to everybody later. See you.